everyone, this is Lori from the Crafting Auntie. Welcome back to my channel. I would like to continue on with the series I have going with this kit from the Naturalist Flora, and this is from my porch prints. So we did the cover, and I'll just show you that one more time. So we did the cover. We have a couple of tags tucked in here. There's a doily underneath. I did some distressing on it with some sprays, also on these flowers here, and then added these for a pop of color to kind of tie in all of this color here. This is a Tim Holtz fabric. Added some lace here and here on the inside. There's pocket lace on the inside, and this is a different fabric. I'm not sure. It possibly came from Hobby Lobby, but I'm not real sure. I was gifted it. So today what I want to do is show you what I've put together for signatures, add a few more in there, and then let's get it sewed together. So what I have, let me show you first, is I have printed the kit, and I have printed some of the pages. All the pages from the kit are double-sided. I've added also in some eco dye paper that I got from Etsy. Also added in some bubble dye paper that my sister from Nana's Crafting Cottage has done for me. And then I also added in some tea dye paper that I also get from Etsy. So let me just kind of show you what I have so far. And then I printed out also these smaller pages. And you can use them either for the Flora kit or the Fauna kit. So I picked out pages for this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all. They are double-sided, so I'm going to kind of pick through them and see what goes the best with the Flora kit. And it's probably going to be birds and butterflies, but they also have something on the other side. So we'll work on that in a second. So for what I have right now is I have put this signature kind of together. It's not perfect yet, but I want to kind of go through it. So I've added some bubble dye paper. Another one of the kit. They're so pretty and vibrant with colors. This is some tea dye paper, and then this is some eco dye paper that I just received. It's got some beautiful colors in it. This is another one of my porch prints, and it's all of the like invoices, that kind of thing, ledger paper. Another eco dye. Look at this. Isn't this amazing? She does beautiful work. I'll link a couple of those shops below this video of where I did get the eco dye paper and also the tea dye paper. And then this is a doily also that my sister has coffee dyed for me and sent to me. She has these pans that she lays them on that gives these cool lines, so I really like that. So it's a little bit grungy there. Some tea dye paper, and then here's more of the kit. And I tore all the edges using one of my tearing rulers and inked all the edges as well, except for the eco dye paper I did not do. This is from Pink Willow paper. I'll link it also below. So it's a beautiful doily. It just adds so much when you add it to a journal. Another of the kit. Another bubble dye paper, and then this is in the kit, and it's pockets, and you can either put them in the center or you can just sew them in between, have pockets on each page. So I decided to put it here, and that way it'll give me some tuck pockets in there. I do still need to ink this, so we'll ink that. Another one of the ledger papers, and another one of the eco dye, tea dye, another one of the kit. And then this envelope I covered with some of the doily paper so that it closes up. After I sew it in, I want to sew it in here into the center, then it won't have any of the white showing. So I want to put that in. So I want to add these, and I'm not sure how many I want to add. So let me do that first. Let me kind of go through and pick out the ones that I want to put in there. I think it's going to be maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't want to go too large. This one's a pretty one. This one actually kind of goes with the Flora kit really well. and I love the birds on it. And this one also goes very well. Not sure about this side. Let's see what this one. This one I like the bee. The fox is okay too, and it's got the birds and stuff on it, so that one's good too. But I also like this butterfly, although it's got the deer on the other side. So let's make a decision here. I think I want the one with the owls, the fox and the bees. Let's do that one. And let's set these two aside. We'll get this together, and then we'll see if I want to add maybe one more sheet. We'll see if it's too thick. I don't want it to get too awful thick either, because we still haven't embellished it. I think currently right now I have 15 pages, and that's why I thought these small ones might be nice to add in there. So I am just distressing with some vintage photo distress ink. I do like just the straight distress ink for this type of thing. And so let me just do that on both sides. I did all the rest of the inking, so you didn't have to watch me ink the whole time. But it's always good to kind of see how something looks before and after as well. I do have a lozenge in my mouth, so hopefully it doesn't bother you. My cold, allergy, whatever this thing was that kicked up my asthma is way better. But still a little cough here and there, not much. So let me go ahead and just finish inking on these two pages. And then let's put it together as a final that I want it to look like in the journal itself. Okay, the other side. All right, I think we got it. Okay, so I'm going to fold these in half. I'm trying to think. I think I want it this way. Let's fold it this way. Okay, there's this one, and I think I want it this way. I think it'd be cute to have this fox in here. The fauna kit is adorable too because it has all the animals, but you could intermix these. I mean, there's no problem about doing that. All right, so let's find some places for it. So we have digital here, and then we have this coffee dye. Let's put one here. Let's put this one in here. Like that. Oh, it goes together well with the green. I do like that. And let's find another spot. So we've got the ledger paper, got this, we've got the doily, and let's see, let's come back here a little further. I don't want them too close together. So we got the pocket there. We have this, I think right here. This would be I think I want it this way now. I think I want the birds on the outside. Okay, so let's see how many pages we have. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the doily I won't count, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then the envelope. I think that's plenty large. It's gonna, let's see what it looks like in here now. Yeah, it's gonna get bulky when we start adding the stuff, but I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So let me grab some of my clips. And let's make sure that the signature is all exactly how I want it. So we'll line up everything. Some of the pages are smaller than some of the others, so I want to make sure it's even. So that looks pretty good. This is a pretty important step. You want to make sure that everything is lined up right. And with these smaller pages, I want to keep in mind as well that where I'm stitching so that I'm catching these to be in here nice and secure. So this looks good. This one looks fine. And some of these have hole punches in them. I like that. This one isn't quite straight. So I need to adjust so that the doily is straight. That looks better. Oops. Also catching the doily so I don't have it falling out or not being completely secure in there. This just doesn't feel straight. There we go. And line this up. This one may need to adjust a little bit more. There we go. Try to make it as even as I can. That one looks good. This one looks good. Because this is pretty long, this would be pretty easy to secure in, so I think we're good there. Let me adjust this one. And this, we're almost done. And our coffee dye looks good. I'll shift this up a little bit. And then the envelope I want to secure in here. So I want to make sure everything is nice and snug and tight. And I'm going to be using these long paper clips because then that way I can capture these items that are in the center. So I want to put 2 on each side. Just make sure everything is nice and snug and in place. So here and here. So now we've got it. This one didn't catch the envelope. Let me move this down. Oop, we didn't catch any of this. Let's make sure we get this correct, or it's not going to come out right. Now I also want to keep in mind, so my small pages are going to be in here really close to the envelope size. So I think I want to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch on this one. So I think that's what I'm going to do to make sure I capture everything. This little goodie I got from, I think it's Crafty Cat, and it's on Etsy. I saw Gail Agostinelli, I watch her a lot, and I saw her use it, and it was amazing. Well, we got to make sure we have this right side up too. Yep, okay. And it is perfect for binding your journal. You just put the pages in, the journal in, line it all up exactly where you want it. Now I'm going to add a couple clips for the cover. So we're going to add one here. And let's add one over here. Make sure it's lined up right. And that it's right down in the center. And even. So now when I put it in here, I'm going to poke the holes all the way through everything. So that way I'm not missing anything. So get my little pokey tool. Got my pokey tool here. I'm going to stand up for this. And I'm going to start in the center. So, and I'm just going to eyeball it. Poke it here, and then I want one here. It's kind of like 1.5 inches. And then also kind of like coming down about 1/2 inch. Poke it here. Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And over here. Okay. So I want to make sure that I've poked all the way through. So once I have poked the holes, I'm going to go ahead and go back through them and make sure I'm all the way through the cover. So like this, you can see the pokey tool coming through. I want to make sure everything is lined up. And it usually lines up right on the edge here using that tool. So it really makes it nice to get it even. Just poke it enough so that you can see it on both sides. So when you go to sew in, you can see where your holes are. And this one. Okay, so let me just kind of show you. I don't know if you can see them, but you've got the holes. They're all poking through right here. So that is done. Now we can do the sewing in of the signature. And I'm just going to use, I think I want to use this color. It's either that one or this one. I think this one looks better. I don't plan on covering up the stitching. Usually with this process, it comes out really even. So what we want to do is we want 3 lengths of our journal. So 1, 2, 3. And just cut off that. Put this away. I finally got smart and put together a needle, a sewing box. So this is my sewing box that I use for my journals instead of digging around and trying to find everything. So that's what I use this for. Okay, so we'll thread this through, leaving a tail, and I'm going to start in the center. Oops, I want to start from the outside. Sometimes I get this part backwards. So get through the hole here. Kind of have to work it a little bit to get it through. So just bear with me. There we go. Okay. Now I've got it right. I was right the first time. So I want to start from the inside, from the outside. From the inside out. I'll get it right yet. Okay. So then I'm going to come into the next one. I'm usually doing these quietly at my table here. And yeah, it's much easier when I'm just not doing it on camera, but you know, I'm just bound and determined to do this. Get this right. Goodness. It's giving me a lot of grief. I'm not sure why. Let's see if I can adjust. There we go. So I can see exactly where the hole is. That's been my problem. I can't seem to find the center. Okay, guys. I'm going to go on pause and get this stitched in. I'm sure you've seen this all before. I don't want to look crazy out here or keep you, so I'll be right back. Wow, that took me a while. I think it's because I had a lot of pages in here and I was really struggling trying to get this thread through, but here it is. And then I'll seal up this envelope like that. And here is the spine. So I'm happy with that. It looks fine. Coloring is perfect. So my apologies for not showing you everything, but I was really struggling with it. It took me quite a while. Okay, so now that we have all the pages in, I want to give this a good press. And also inside here. Grab my bone folder, and I want to give this a good press. And see, now here we have a pocket, because this is sewn in, and there was no, I didn't stitch or anything down the center here, and then we also have the pocket here. So that came out pretty good. I just was having a little struggle there with this sewing it in. So it's a pretty thick journal, and it'll get bulkier, but not much more than the other one that I did, the sepia and ivory. So here we go. Let's just take a little flip through now. And we've got all the pages in. They're all the right way. Here's the small pages. That came out really cute there. I like it with this green. And here, got the doily straight, or the digital, the doily paper, some bubble dye. Now I can glue down these pockets, and this could have been also the other reason. This is cardstock, so it might have been a little more difficult for me to get things through, and it was a little thicker. So we got this one here, and the envelope, and then through the other side. This came out really good together. I like that. This, rest of the other side of the pocket, so we'll glue that down. And that one looks really pretty there, especially with this doily paper. I got this, the other part of the doily, more of the eco dye. The other side of this goes really well together with this too. Tea dye, digital, bubble paper. Oops, got a couple of pieces of ephemera stuck in there. And then the last piece. So let me just give this a good press. And we'll give it a press here just to make sure. And there we have the journal. So let's go ahead and glue in the pockets and also the envelope, and we'll get that part done. Hopefully my art glitter glue is going to behave today. So let's find our pocket. Somewhere here. Here it is. And let's see, I forgot to ink this. So let's go ahead and ink this. Doesn't need a whole lot, just a little bit. I should have done this beforehand. Forgot to. Did the small pages, but forgot to do the pocket. Okay, that's good. So I'm just going to put some glue on this side and this side. Do that down. So that'll make a nice pocket. So we can stick things in there. Make sure that's good and glued down. Okay, so let's go to the center and let's glue our envelope. Glue here and here. Glue that down. Then we'll figure out a closure for that. And let's do the other side of the pocket. And let's ink that one as well. I like these little pockets that came with it. You can sew right into your journal. I do like that. Okay. that. Whoops, got a little crazy there. And glue that down. It should take a pretty good sized piece. So I have like this is a folder that will get folded that I sewed. So yeah, so that'll stitch it and go in there very nicely. Okay. And that takes care of sewing in the journal pages and gluing down those pockets and envelope. So the next video is going to be all about doing some decorating on the ephemera that we made the other day. So I have all of these pieces that either are from the kit that I just stitched around, or these are some of the ones that we made from masterboards. So I have all of these that need some decoration that I've done some sewing on. So that will be the next video. So hopefully you'll join me and come alongside me as we continue on with doing this Naturalist Flora junk journal. So I'll see you next time. Have a great day, and I'll see you next video. Bye.